My only question is like we keep on recording like this, and I keep on dropping really cool names in this uh podcast studio, and you're just Javier, baby.
Those names go nowhere after we
They,
finish recording.
do they
FYI.
really not, dude? I work so hard
No,
on these
they
names
they
every week.
go
Okay.
absolutely nowhere. All it does is when I put that file in DaVinci, it says those names on it,
Okay, so
but it never shows
it's
up in the video anywhere.
it's going somewhere. Okay, it's
Yeah,
is it is it making your heart melt when the file that you have to move around is called Black Jesus or
it really does.
or
Yes.
or Wayne Brady?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad.
It
I'm
really
glad,
does.
sir. What's going on, my brother?
I mean, just enjoying another Monday. A little cool out, but other than that, it's been pretty nice.
Yeah, man, definitely enjoying it's not like cold for January, but it's cool and I'm kind of enjoying that. It's not raining anymore, fingers crossed anymore, right? Fingers
Right.
crossed? No? So,
I mean, a little less rain's okay. It's been because it's been raining. Like when it's raining, it's coming down hard.
been absolutely horrific is what it has been,
Yeah.
man. Yes.
Right.
Yes,
Uh,
man.
but yeah, other than that, man, well, get into anything this weekend.
Dude, so I found this show on
Okay.
Netflix.
I also found a
Masters
show
of
on
the
Netflix.
we will
You,
discuss our
you
shows
first,
on
sir. You
Netflix.
first, sir. You first, sir.
Masters of
Go
the
ahead.
Universe. Masters of the Universe Revolutions and Revelations. Now let me
Is this
explain what happened
animated
here.
show?
This is a dope ass animated show.
Okay.
Let me
Awesome.
let me explain what happened here. Okay, so I'm chilling on the couch Saturday, doing nothing,
Fair.
and I'm just hanging out, and then I pop on a little Netflix, and I see, wait,
Mm.
what is this? And it says Masters of the Universe. Now I love He-Man and all the lore and everything. I was a little
Right.
too young for it, but I went back and watched it. Now I started watching this because it said Netflix new drop Masters of the Universe Revolution. I was like, okay, let's check it out. So I get one episode in, two episodes in, three episodes in, and they keep on talking about like, hey, this happened previously, and I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a brand new series. And then
Mm.
I'm three and a half, 4 episodes in. Mind you, there's only 5 episodes.
Lot. Yeah.
And come to find out, in 2021 they dropped Masters of the Universe Revelation.
Wow.
So I stopped.
Like a mind explosion, right?
So exactly. So I stopped what I was
Uh,
doing. I stopped what I was doing, and I started watching Revelation. So that's what I'm in the middle of right
okay.
now.
Well,
I am
how's
I
that one
am
going then? How's Revelation
oh,
going?
dude, it's just a fun time, man. Like
Yeah.
I
Okay.
Castle Grayskull, He-Man, Adam, you know, all the whole crew, man. The myth and the lore is very weird, but it's just fun for me to like watch. Like you know how you like Supernatural?
Yes.
That's super weird to me. I like this.
Right.
You know, we
Okay.
have Chris Wood as Prince Adam / He-Man, Mark Hamill as Skeletor, Liam
Nice.
Cunningham as Duncan, Sarah Michelle Gellar is in this, Melissa
Oh,
Benoist,
all
who
right.
played
Let's go.
Supergirl, Lena Headey, Alicia Silverstone, Stephen Root, just so many great characters here. Kevin Michael Richardson, Kevin Conroy was in this before he passed away. Just so many great actors. Justin Long, Tony Todd, yeah, and the list just goes on, man. Dennis Haysbert, Method Man. That's why I'm really watching this, man. Like,
I mean, you got
I like,
a lot going down.
I like seeing, and I like knowing that these actors are portraying, like Kevin Smith created this show. I like that he's just getting everybody to come do a part. No matter if it's big or
Yeah.
small, it does not matter. Like they are coming in and doing a damn good job. And it's fun, man. I'm having a good time.
Okay.
5 buckets of
Good
popcorn
deal.
for this show so far. I'm just mad that I'm just pissed off that I watched it out of order. That's just my
Well,
stupidity.
at least you didn't. So the one you started first, was that like 5 episodes as well?
So yeah, so
So you're like made it over halfway through it.
So Masters of the Universe, shut up, Revelation is actually in 2 parts. It's 5 episodes that dropped in 2021, and then early 2021, and then 5 additional dropped in later 2021. Now Revolution,
Oh wow,
just dropped a couple days ago. So
okay.
I have 10 episodes to watch before I can get back into Revolution, and then everything's gonna make sense because I jumped into Revolution. I'm like, nothing makes sense. But Netflix kind of does
seeing
that,
like flashbacks. It's kind of weird.
yeah. But like Netflix does that though. They just like they have shows where like you just drop you in the middle of a war, and you're like, well, by the power of Grayskull. It was weird, but it all makes sense now. What you been watching, man? I'm rambling on now.
It's fine. I started watching Tacoma Fire Department, Tacoma FD, over the
Talk to
weekend.
me.
Netflix drop. It just kind of popped up, like, I got on there and saw something. I was like, oh, this is interesting, because it's from. I don't know if it's actually like. It's not Broken Lizard, but it's a couple of those guys. What's the guy's name? Kevin Heffernan and Steve Lemmy.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys. If you remember those 2 characters, do you remember those?
You said Tacoma FD?
Yeah.
Looking at it right now, bro.
So, yeah. So 4 seasons.
No,
I made it to season 2.
No. Be quiet. I'm about to start an episode.
Okay.
I'm joking. Continue.
Let me get into the conversation real quick, man. Jeez. You know what's happening. Yeah, pretty funny cast. I mean, these 2 guys, they're from like Super Troopers and those Broken Lizard movies.
Yeah.
So far it's been funny. It's very episodic, right? So you can kind of just jump in, and there's not a whole lot to know, right? You're just every episode's kind of its own thing. And
unlike my show where I need to know the whole backstory of what's going on.
You gotta
Gotcha.
watch everything from like the first movie, right? But yeah, I'm in about season 2. I think I'm about to go into season 3. And funny, man, like just kind of like the Broken Lizard movies, man. They're kind of weird, kind of pervy at the same time. So, these 2 guys are really good at that.
Yeah.
And then the rest of their cast, it's kind of the typical like fire department against the police department. The police department, they're not friends with them, so they always get into little scuffles and they play baseball. It's been a pretty good show so far.
Yeah.
And the cast has been pretty spot on, and just continuous laughter, man. And just really good comedy skit show, kind of. It's like every episode's a skit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So might be something to catch.
Yeah, man. I see Eugene Cordero is in there as Andy Ike's best friend. Obviously, I don't know the character itself, but I know Eugene Cordero. He was in Loki.
Funny.
He was actually just in Charlotte a couple days ago, last Saturday.
I did not. I didn't get that. I didn't get that newsletter.
You didn't get that Google alert?
Yeah.
So he's traveling with Ben Schwartz, the voice of Sonic, and they're doing improv.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Darren and his wife went, and they were like, "Yeah, the Asian guy from Loki was there," and I was like, the guy from Loki? Which guy from Loki?" And I was thinking that they were talking about the guy, Kiwan, the guy from Temple. And
Yeah,
I
I'm
was like,
trying to.
"No, it wasn't him. It wasn't him. It wasn't the kid from Temple and Temple of Doom." And no, it was definitely Eugene Cordero. So
He,
different Asian guy.
yeah, I was trying to remember. I think he was just kind of hanging out, like just one of the tech guys, kind of, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Um,
man.
yeah, like I said, they've all been pretty good. Gabriel Hogan Ike, that dude's just like he basically kind of plays like a meathead, uh, but hilarious. So fun. They're all so funny, dude, and they work well together.
All right, man. We'll definitely have to go ahead and put this on the watch list. Something I could probably just watch and not think about and just laugh, have a good time. And
Yeah,
then
just jump in it wherever.
my show, I'm on the whole like Wikipedia page about how everything in Masters of the Universe works. So
I understand. I understand. Happens to the best of us.
welcome to episode of Movie in a Pod. I am Clyde Smith.
And I'm Javier Villalobos.
On this week's episode, we're discussing the trailers for Monkey Man, Roadhouse, in our movie of the week, Self-Reliance. Let's get it, Jake Johnson, not Gyllenhaal, or both.
Oh, both of them.
All right, team. Welcome.
Jakes in the house.
We got Jakes and a Dev this week on the pod, guys. No, they're not here are our guests this week. You have to tune in next week for our special guest, guys. Avi doesn't even know about our special guest, guys. Okay, so coming. But we have some dope trailers coming at you here, guys. Action packed. Do you ever want to see Dev Patel from Slumdog Millionaire be this ultimate badass, write and direct his own movie and star in it, and basically whoop ass in a city? That's Monkey Man. We're going to watch that trailer in just a few moments, guys. Let us know your thoughts. Also, we got Roadhouse. What else can I say about Roadhouse, baby? It's got Jake Gyllenhaal.
Man.
It's got Conor McGregor. They're in Florida. They're going to fight with their shirts off. Ladies,
I wouldn't watch
guys,
the movie any other
ready.
way. FYI.
You know, Hobby's like, my shirt's going to be off, okay? I'm going to roll up to the theater without a shirt, okay? So, sir, what are you here to watch today? You can't tell. I'm obviously here for Roadhouse, okay? All right, team. You can catch our full reactions to these trailers on our socials. There's a link tree in the show description. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Tell your mama. And if Jake Gyllenhaal is single, you might have a chance. Who knows?
Maybe.
Close your eyes and you will find yourself.
When I was a boy, my mother used to tell me a story
Oh, wow.
of a demon king and his army.
Oh, jeez.
They brought fire and terror to the land. Until they faced
One-man army right here. What it's going to be,
the
bro?
white monkey.
There you are.
Oh,
You are a beast.
all right, man.
In this city,
Your boy.
Okay.
you don't see
Hill.
us as people.
Give me the job no one wants to do.
I'll do it.
Anyone who forgets their place, it doesn't turn out well for them.
This is not the place to work if you can't handle that sort of stuff.
Every day,
Okay,
I've prayed.
that's my song too.
Week.
I've got an answer to every prayer. I call her Nikki.
Dang.
Minaj, big bumper, nice headlights.
All right. Here we go. Oh, that wasn't good. You gotta take the fishes out, man. That was good.
That was awesome.
You need to fight for your mother, for all of us.
Anger will not quiet your soul, my son.
Oh, there it is.
Don't call me son.
It's time to remember
There's a lot of wild stuff going on.
who you
I love it though, man.
Oh,
Just one small ember can burn down everything.
Mario.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for a fight? 1, 2, 3.
Wow. Oh my God.
Yeah.
pretty solid. Okay.
All right, team. We got Monkey Man. According to IMDb here, an anonymous young man unleashes a campaign of vengeance against the corrupt leaders who murdered his mother and continue to systemically victimize the poor and powerless. Dev Patel writing and directing here. It's got Dev Patel starring, Shalita Copley, Pito Bash, a lot of people names I just cannot pronounce. But a lot of people that I have seen before in movies.
Yeah.
A lot of people who are like in Bollywood, but also crossed over into Hollywood as well. So really dope. JV, give me your thoughts, man.
Yeah, pretty solid. I mean, something you always worry about, like a kind of one of these adrenaline fighting kind of movies, is kind of repetition, right?
Yeah, yeah.
This one took you all over the place. A lot of different scenes, a lot of different, look like different countries and things like that too. But it seemed pretty mixed up, right? We had a lot of fight scenes, but there's also a lot of dialogue kind of thrown in that trailer as well, which would usually lead to a pretty good flow in these movies.
I agree, man. First and foremost, man, I want to give it up for Dev Patel, man. This kid, he's not a kid; he's actually a grown ass man. But he's been doing it for a while, man. Like he was in Skins back in 2007, Slumdog Millionaire 2008. The Marigold Hotel, Chappie. Like he's just been doing it, man. We talked about it 2 years ago. He was in my favorite movies, The Green Knight. I just rewatched that a few weeks ago. Lion. Like this kid is a fantastic actor, man. So it's an easy transition for him to start writing and directing his own stuff, his own vehicles, man. And I think this is going to be a good start for him. There's
awesome.
already a formula in place, and that's the John Wick type revenge style movies that we've all came and loved. I think this one he just infuses Bollywood, which is really, really cool because we don't see that enough in Hollywood, right? So confused.
Yeah.
So I love that. I love that Hollywood has gotten more black, right? Hollywood's getting more brown, right? Um,
Let's go.
let's infuse Bollywood now. Let's infuse other things in there, and I think this will be really good. Produced by the man Jordan Peele. This looks like a fun time, and also unlike the John Wick movies, who find very little humor, there was a lot of humor in this trailer, right?
Yeah.
I enjoyed that. We need that, right? I don't, even though John Wick Chapter 4 was 4.5 hours of like just badassery, right?
That's all it was. Yeah.
Right. And even like him getting kicked down the stairs 19,000 times was hilarious.
Yeah.
It was hilarious to us, but they didn't like try to make that hilarious. That's the thing.
Right. Yeah.
Dev, coming from that Slumdog Millionaire and working with other directors, he understands you got to infuse that humor, and I think that's what he's going to do perfectly in here, man. So I'm excited for Monkey Man. This is going to be a dope, almost 2 hours as well. This is going to be a dope film, man.
Ooh. No, yeah, it's awesome.
We'll throw this on our socials, team. Let us know your thoughts. Javi might need to get a nap in before he goes sees this, guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of sweating in this one too, man. Jeez.
Before we start, do you have insurance?
What?
Your coverage good? Like, you have dental?
Oh, haha.
Is there a hospital nearby? Is it, like, too far?
About like 25 minutes, I'd say.
I just slapped you. Are you all right? What?
Is there 25 minutes or so?
Wow. Dude, God.
Like slapping the shit out of everybody.
Never win?
No one ever wins a fight.
This ain't the Holiday Inn, pal.
I'm moving.
A friend of mine suggested I come talk to you.
You got like 17 abs, man.
Out in the Florida Keys. Lately, it's been attracting.
Wash my clothes on those.
I can pay you good money. Judging by your car, you need that.
Well, I like my car.
Think about it.
I know who you are. Elwood Dalton. Big fan, man.
That guy's got a knife under his shirt. You just take a big step back and pop me in the face. You can do it.
God.
Tell me about this bouncer.
Yeah, it's all nice, like he's Mr. Rogers or something, but then he'll haul off. Really interesting guy, overall.
You got a cast on.
Grant wants to take the roadhouse away from me. He wants to build some resort.
Of course he does.
I should warn
It's
you.
in Florida.
We have a certain way
Duh.
of getting things done around here.
There he is.
Hey, fellas. Looks like you're having a smashing night. Dalton! I got a tip for you. Don't let no one get this close.
Let me guess. You know, threaten me. Tell me to get out of town.
I get the impression that you can't be threatened.
Alligator
Once Knox
tail?
is on the job, it's over, baby.
It takes a lot to get me angry, but when I am, I just can't let go.
Both over here. All right.
People seem a little aggressive around here.
Is that one a friend of yours?
No, I just broke his arm.
Oh boy.
All right, team. We have Roadhouse. An ex UFC middleweight fighter ends up working at a rowdy bar in the Florida Keys where things are not as they seem. This is a remake of the Patrick Swayze 1989 version that took place in Kansas and starred Sam Elliott and Ben Garza. JV, off the top, man. Your dog's excited.
Yeah. They're sweating too.
Man,
Yeah,
Um,
off the top, man. Dude, I mean, one of my faves, top, probably top 5 or so movies. Little Roadhouse action. One thing that always drew me to Roadhouse was the music, right? The Roadhouse music.
yeah,
Jeff Healey. Um, listen to this one. I mean, it sounds like they're in Florida, but they kind of had that going on in the background too, which was kind
yeah.
of one of the keys to this movie for me. Uh, but yeah, Jake and Connor McGregor, Jake's just shredded up. He's gigantic, man.
Huge,
And then Conor
huge.
McGregor, you know, he's gotten jacked up too, and looked like he was having a good time. That's all I'm saying. That's one thing that really brings you in. You see a guy that's not an actor come in and just have a good time in his role.
I'm about to have a
I'm
blast in this
looking
movie, bro.
forward to it. Yeah,
I am a retired UFC fighter, bro. I'm about to have a good old
Yeah.
time with this movie, man.
Mm.
Yeah. This looks like a good time, man. I didn't realize, and I think might have talked about it a few weeks ago, but like Jake Gyllenhaal is one of those guys that like I just didn't appreciate. As I'm getting older, I'm
Yeah.
appreciating him more. And like, you team up with one of my favorite directors, Doug Lyman. Doug Lyman,
There's your
dude,
boy.
he
There's your boy.
brought us Jumper, okay, the movie Jumper, Edge of Tomorrow, in Swingers. Now he's bringing us this, man. Talk about a more eclectic Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Talk about a more eclectic director, man. Yeah, this looks like a fun time. Everything about this movie just looks beautiful. The fighting looks
Right.
intense. Why is it that Billy Magnuson, he's just a really good like asshole bad guy. He played the really good asshole bad guy in the last 007 movie too. That's the thing. He's really good at it.
It's just you find your if it ain't what is it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
He's got a face that you just want to punch, man, you know? Like I mean it's a good looking guy. You just want to punch the shit out of him. Hell, he was kind of the villain in Aladdin. He was Prince Anders. Why do they keep giving this guy villain roles, man?
Why do you just make us hate this guy so much? Just want to punch him.
Gosh.
Oh man.
No, man. This looks like a good time, man. I hope what they do, man, is this is coming to Amazon Prime. Well, it's produced by Prime, but I hope they do what they did with Air and they drop it in theaters, and then we get to disappear in a few weeks later on Amazon Prime, man. I want to see this on the big screen. This looks like a good time.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad it's kind of like a little bit of an offset from the original movie.
Yeah,
like you're not really trying to recreate or make a new movie, or excuse me, make the same movie new. You're kind of pushing to the side a little bit, a little adjacent.
Oh yeah,
and hopefully that's what they're able to make this movie fun.
I think so, man. And once again, you have the star power that is Jake Gyllenhaal, and then you have Doug Lyman teaming up. This is gonna bring in some money at the box office, man. This would be a really good time. Team, let us know your thoughts about 2024's Roadhouse, the trailer. What'd you think about the old movie with the Sways? Have you seen it? Let us know your thoughts.
Please watch it. It's amazing. Life changing.
All right, brother. You ready to jump into this week's movie?
Yes, sir.
All right, team. So we have here Reliance. This one dropped. It had a South by Southwest release March 11th, 2023, and dropped here in the United States January 3rd, 2024. This one is written and directed by the man, Jake Johnson.
Yes, sir. No financial information for this one. Starring in this, we have Jake Johnson as Tommy, Anna Kendrick as Maddie, and a long list of others that appear in this film in and out.
I don't know why you don't want to bring up Walter, but whatever.
You know, well he was there from start to finish, wasn't he? He was a sidekick there.
Walter's a main character. he's the Robin to his Batman, damn it.
He really is so good. So good.
All right, brother. Go ahead and give us that quick synopsis so we can jump in.
So Tommy, portrayed by Jake Johnson, gets involved in a dark web game show and has to survive 30 days without being murdered. His only loophole is to always be with someone, and that proves to be the hardest part of the challenge.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, all right, man, let's just start. Written, directed, starring, produced. Jake Johnson as Tommy. We find this kid, right? We find this guy. He is a loner, living with mom, working, but I love how it's just like, if I have a job, you said that I can stay here for as long as I want. Like that's the deal at mom's house. Right?
Yeah.
Right. Which is very typical for guys like in their 20s, right? But when you get to be about, Jake Johnson looked a little older in the tooth there, you know what I mean? Closer to probably our age. You can't be living with Mom Dukes like that, bro, So but that's what we see on the surface. So his mom's in the picture. His dad left him. We find that out later. I thought it was weird where he went to the door at first, but he didn't knock on it, and we didn't know, like, all right, we better get something. Better get some information later about what this is.
Oh yeah,
who this is, why he didn't knock on the door, and why he just kind of walked away in agony. So I like the little tie in there, but it's just a weird scene that he just didn't edit out or something, right?
Yeah, but
definitely just like rolled in. But no, like, he's a, and then that's what we get on the base. So on the basis, we get him as probably like a lazy, weird adult guy who still lives at home with mom. But as the layers unpeel, we understand why he is the way he is. And I think that's where the brilliance is when it comes to Jake Johnson's Tommy character. Is
right.
He didn't give us. He gave us one side of him, and that one side of him was a very prototypical guy. But then once we got the layers, it was just like, okay, I totally get it now, man.
Yeah.
As far as Jake, he led this movie, and I was skeptical to see, like, when people's first time writing, directing, starring, stuff like that, like how they're gonna go into it, how you're gonna flesh it out. He did it very well, man. I will say say that I'm just talking about the character itself. Yeah,
and that character is in every scene of this movie.
Yeah.
Like that's putting in a lot of work. I mean, you're in every scene and you're directing. I mean, be it there's only like a few people in each scene most of the time, but
all we needed was one.
Still a lot of work. Yes, the whole time.
One person in the scene.
I
think back to Bradley Cooper's debut of his movie, A Star Is Born, right? And it was him 50% and Lady Gaga 50%, right? And that was a longer, more in depth, cost a lot more type of movie. But as his directorial debut is what I'm trying to say, he knew, like, he wanted to be in the movie, but he wasn't going to carry it all himself. You get the star power of Lady Gaga. You can split that screen time where not every scene has to be about you, with you. You can put her on screen, and it's very easy. I did really enjoy that Jake Johnson was like, no, this is about me. Right?
Yeah,
and I'm going to flesh this out. I'm going to flesh this out, and I'm going to make this work.
Yep.
My question to you, JV, is presented with the same opportunity, right? The same exact opportunity where 30 days, you survive $1 million. If you're with somebody, the killers cannot get you.
Right.
Would you go for it? Would you join?
Well,
It's
I
Andy
mean,
Samberg, man. It's Andy Samberg.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I feel like I would be able to do that because I'm not like Tommy's character, where he's just like a lonely single dude, like with no
Yeah.
friends or nothing. Like he was already he was in a whole other position. Like his family didn't believe him or nothing. So
that was probably my favorite part of the movie itself.
I feel like I could do pretty well. I can definitely make it. In my thoughts of it. I mean, he was definitely like he did it because he was lonely. So he kind of started off kind of a little handicapped.
Yeah.
On his play.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I I watched this like it was a Friday or Saturday. I watched this and I was just thinking, like, I think it was Friday night. I watched it and how I would possibly say yes to this movie and what circumstances.
Right.
And the answer is no. The answer is no, not at all. I'm in a room by myself right now. You know how often I'm in a room by myself? I left the office today. I was the last one in the office today for 45 minutes.
But so you don't think there's anybody you could call and be like, yo, we got to spend 30 days together, and we get a butt ton of cash.
Javi, you'd be the only person I would call, man.
I mean, we can work it out. We figure it out.
My wife would be just like his family. Okay? She doesn't believe half the shit I say now.
Right.
Okay? You think I add production ninjas on? That's just gonna be like, oh, there's production ninjas. Duh.
Of course, they're just in the shadows, right?
Like I have nobody. So my answer would be like, no, I would not play this game. Not at all. Okay. And like people get annoyed of me really fast. Okay. So I know my limits
least,
with people. Okay.
I was about to say, at least you know where you're at with it.
Yeah. Not a game I can play. I'd be like, nope, 1 million.
Yeah.
I'm out. I'm good, guys.
You want me to be with somebody nonstop for 30 days? No, I can't do it. Sorry.
I can't do it. They will leave me after 3 minutes. So, oh man! All right, moving forward here. We got Anna Kendrick as Maddie. So we get introduced to Maddie as his partner in crime because she introduces herself as I'm playing the game as well. And
Yeah.
we need to talk about this. We need to go through this together. And yeah, let's be with each other the entire time. And come to find out that through different layers that are unpeeled from her, she has a weird relationship with people in general, right?
Yeah.
Where when she's bored, she uses people's life to make her unbored for a little bit, and then she gets bored again. Like,
right.
It's very interesting, and that's like the definition of a user, right? Her drug is not actual like drugs, alcohol, and stuff like that. It's using people, using their energy, and that's what she does here, man.
Yeah, she definitely like first comes off kind of weird. Like I thought maybe she was going to be a killer at first.
I thought so as well.
I thought that was going to be kind of the twist at some point. Like she's like, "Oh, I was actually going to kill you, but I kind of liked you a little bit. You're kind of cool." So I didn't.
Yeah. All right. So moving forward here, we also have Andy Samberg, who makes an appearance as the guy who
Yes.
kind of coaxed him in there. And I guess
As Andy Samberg.
I guess if you're as himself, and I guess if you're going to partake in a game or just get into a limo, I would get in a limo with Andy Samberg. Like if he pulls up, are you
Yeah.
Clyde Smith? I am. Get in.
He
Andy
said,
Samberg.
"Are
Why
you
the hell would I not?"
the actor, Andy Samberg?
Very chill.
Oh, boy.
Very chill. But yeah, loved him in this. Obviously, he plays a version of himself, and only in 2 scenes, but gets Jake Johnson in the game.
Yep.
All right, here we got Mary Holland as Amy, Emily Hampshire as Mary, Nancy Lanahan as Lori, his 2 sisters, and his mom, and then we got Daryl J. Johnson as Malcolm. That's basically Tommy's family, and they don't believe him for shit. And like that's the best running joke in this entire movie, man. Right?
He's saying like ridiculous things. Like the real things are happening, but they just sound so ridiculous. And
every single time.
No matter what he says, that's what it sounds. It's just ridiculous stuff.
Everything that he says is just over the top. There's production ninjas.
My favorite is like when he's like in the house and it's like the daytime. I think it's like the second time they're like when they're having the intervention.
Yeah.
And he like waves at the production assistant that's outside the window.
And his mom
and he's
turns
like,
around.
Just don't look, because he's gonna go away and you're gonna think I'm crazy.
Yep.
That subtle dialogue there had me rolling because
it
all it did was just lead to more of them thinking he's crazy.
Yeah, just the insanity, man. So the whole gambit of the game is for him to stay alive for 30 days, and they won't attack as long as he's with somebody. So Daryl, who's married to one of his sisters, out of town, so Jake Johnson's character Tommy stays at Daryl and his sister's house, and they sleep in the same bed. And I love the argument. I love scenes like that. That almost reminds me of like me and you, where we'll sit there and we'll bicker and we'll argue and we'll be like, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no.
Yeah.
And then like 5 minutes later, like we're in the truck going, they were in the bed sleeping together.
Yeah. Oh, man.
The craziness that unfolds with that is just top tier fun. It's scary, but it's also fun, man, and you just enjoy it from start to finish. And especially with this scene with these two, I just had a blast, man.
And that was kind of the first scene of this game's real, right?
Yeah.
Like he's been explaining it, but he hasn't actually seen anything yet. And it's what?
True.
I don't remember what day, but it was like quite a few days in already, right?
He's about halfway there, yeah.
Before like anything actually starts happening. So that's kind of the turn of the movie there. Oh
yeah. And after the shenanigans that unfold, Malcolm's character is like, no, you're not staying here. Simple as that. You got to go.
Yeah.
You got to go there. So he meets his main man, his Robin, his boy Wonder, Man Wonder, whatever. Biff Whiff plays James, and
he's definitely not a boy.
This is a dirty old man, homeless guy, and he is Tommy's guy. Gives him a cell phone, feeds him. He's like, you're gonna be with me for 30 days, for the entirety of this.
And he's just like living in his mom's house with them.
I love when like him and Maddie like get together and they're partners, and they just put him up in a hotel. Like they can't forget about James now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
do that.
yeah. He's on the
Very
payroll.
important. So
Yeah,
just
he
a
has
good
some great
time
scenes.
with him, man. But even like so, like he, towards the end where us as the audience, we felt like Tommy was ready to give up. He kind of gives him that inspiration, right? Like you're almost there.
Mm-hmm.
You can get through this. And that's one of those things from this character who didn't give you much except for like comedy gold. Like, what do you call this?
Right.
This is spaghetti. Like
Yeah.
how he was eating it, like it was a glob of it. Like, he just goes
Yeah.
like you don't eat spaghetti like that. But like we forget who knows how long he's been homeless, right? We don't know how he eats.
Or like when they're trying to run back to his mom's house.
Yeah.
He just takes off running, and then James, you just see him struggle from the moment they start taking off.
Gotta keep up, bro. What are you doing?
Yeah.
Oh man! But then when he finally like catches up to me because he got his tooth knocked out or whatever, it was just like I told you, man. I'm not going that fast. Like,
Yeah,
he told you. He told you. Oh man,
yeah,
just
bring it on that one.
but like after all those shenanigans, to get that real like look Tommy's character in the eye and give him that pep talk that he needs, because he was at like the end, but he was about to give up at the same exact time. Really helped push him over the edge, right? I don't think he stays there in like with people who live on the street or whatever, the homeless, if it wasn't for that conversation, right? I think he gives up or tries to go back home or whatever at that point in time. So that was real inspirational and almost a turning point for Tommy, knowing that somebody's actually in his corner. So really appreciative there. This is a very interesting character, Eduardo Franco, the PA ninja.
Yeah.
What the?
Another boy from Stranger Things coming out.
Another boy from Stranger Things doing his thing, man. I appreciate that. Very interesting how he like wrote in the PA ninjas, man, because they wanted to help him out, but they were nowhere to be found. And like
He was
the
actually
unraveling,
on Tacoma FD as well. Oh, sorry.
Was he?
Yeah,
nice.
I haven't seen him yet, but he's on it. I just looked at his thing.
Now, just to like see how they they popped out of wherever they were, especially when he was there sleeping by himself when Maddie wasn't there.
Yeah.
I was like, Jesus Christ, this is good movie.
That was
that's
wild.
That's good.
That was wild how
that's
they did
good.
that.
That's good. That is scary. That is funny comedy at the same exact time. That's everything. That's all of my fears right there. Right.
Not to mention like Tommy's reaction. He's just like, "Hi, everybody." Like still struggling to understand what just happened to him.
Needs forever to process. So
yeah.
We also have a list of we have a 7-foot man, we have a cowboy, we have Mario. We have a lot of different characters. We have Christopher Lloyd as Dennis Walcott, who is Tommy's father, and there's a scene with him as well that is some closure for Tommy. At the same exact time, some sad truths as well. Right? You think when your dad walks out or whatever, maybe he's gone, he's killed himself, he's dead or whatever. Who knows? Not that he's sober and doing well in Cleveland. What the hell? Who thought that?
I love the Wayne Brady part of this whole thing. Because honestly, I didn't think we're ever going to actually see him.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. I was like, that is a good You're just adding another awesome celebrity in this movie.
Yeah.
We don't need to see him. We're good. We don't need to see him.
Mm-mm.
In the subtlety of adding him in there, also the subtlety of adding the picture of him and his ex Teresa at the Ellen taping. Like he saw the picture in the beginning, and you saw the Ellen logo in the back. I didn't think twice about it though.
It was there though. You noticed it.
It was there. Yeah, exactly. Right, but then it kind of was like boop on this side of my brain. Like, okay, done. Will probably not come around again. Good movies, good writing is where things come around, right? So the fact that saw the Ellen thing and then it came back and she basically knocked his tooth out. Oh, hilarious! And then come back, we talk about Wayne Brady, and then we see Wayne Brady. I'm just like, dude, that's just good writing right there, man. I love that, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, just a good time there, man. Just great characters. Great characters all the way around, man. Let's talk about the look and feel of this movie, man. Set in modern time Los Angeles. Talk to me, brother.
Yeah, nothing crazy, man. Warehouse scene was a little wild. We're in a limo with Andy Samberg for a little bit. Other than that, he's just kind of trekking around town. Nothing crazy. Nothing like that's not just the thing, right? Like, there's nothing that's not just a building, or that it's a house, or it's a like the club or whatever. But they were all pretty small. They kept it very small because they didn't really have a lot of people in any of the scenes. So I think they did a really good job of that, right? Keeping everything small, keeping it tight, keeping just a few people in the scenes, and not kind of letting it overwhelm that, like, you can tell this is a small cast.
Yeah.
Right. You didn't see like two people in this. Well, you did see like a couple people in the gigantic warehouse scene, but that's part of the story.
Agreed, yeah.
Yeah. So that's my thoughts on that. Nothing too crazy.
Yeah, I liked it. I like when you have these like small B kind of art house type films, right? Writer director's first take on it. Right, he kept it really small, and I appreciated that. And he let the characters do all of the work, and not let a budget or anything. He said, you know what, this is what we have. It's a small movie. I want to keep it small. This is how we go about doing it, man. It's a character piece. It's about Tommy, but it's about how he interacts with the people around him, and how he interacts with the new people around him as well.
Yeah.
And also like why he was chosen for this game. Like, what was the reason and what's the outcome? I appreciated all of that, man. You have Los Angeles, modern times as a backdrop. You got some suburbs, a little bit of city. I appreciated that. I also liked that they kept on going back to the same Mexican restaurant a couple times, right? I was like, okay.
Yeah.
This is the go-to spot right here.
Yeah,
Right?
that's where it's at.
I'm in LA. At least I got to go get tacos from there, I guess, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, man. Let me talk about a theme here for you, for that flavor in your ear.
Right.
Theme for this one, man. When you've gone through the things that somebody like Tommy has gone through in his life, you can revert back to crawling in your shell, or you can be the person that you know that you really are, right? An outgoing, want to be a people person, want to trust and like people and everything. You just need to be threatened for 30 days of death, and then you can do that. I think that's what this movie's trying to tell us.
Anything taken care of in 30 days, facing death. All right.
Yeah, you figure this shit out
Makes
or
sense.
die.
Yeah.
So. All right, team. That's our conversation about 2024's Self-Reliance. JV, Give me your thoughts and ratings, brother.
Yeah, man. Really fun Jake Johnson movie. Kept it real small, kept everything small, and used that to fill up the screen for us. It was a little weird, but I think that's kind of a little bit of the charm of it, right? It's a lot of reality, and then a little bit of weird stuff over here on the side, with like the production ninjas, and like he's filming a show that you have no idea he's filming. So he's just living his everyday life.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed it. I had a good time watching it, and I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 buckets of popcorn this week.
Nice, man.
How about you, sir?
Yeah, I actually really enjoyed this flick, man. I enjoyed this flick more than I thought I would. As you know, everybody knows I'm such a big Jake Johnson fan, and I've seen literally everything he's been in, like since watching him in New Girl, and even like went back to stuff as well. So, big fan. He played Jesus Christ in a very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. Doesn't get any more cooler than that, okay? Okay, guys.
Yeah.
It was a very raunchy scene as well. He's just the man. I'm a big fan.
Downhill from there, right? It's been downhill ever since.
Yeah. Just his career has just been downhill ever since, man. Jurassic World, The Mummy with Tom Cruise, just Spider-Man movie, just horrible. What is this guy doing? Oh man. But for his future debut, this guy does it right. He makes a very small, intimate movie, makes it weird, makes it fun, makes it funny, scares us as the audience a little bit at the same exact time, which is a good. Let us know that there is fear. You almost grasp to this guy, and you're like, I want to see him make. There's a point in there you're just like, I want to see this guy win this $1 million. That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
Because I want to get to the end and hang out with Wayne Brady too. Damn it, you know what I mean? So,
Wayne Brady. Yep.
This one, man, for me, this gets 4 buckets of popcorn. As I'm getting older, man, like smaller movies like this, I'm starting to appreciate more. Anybody can do the big budget, The Mummy or Jurassic World type movies that he's been in, but like something like this, man, like I really like this, man. This gets 4 buckets of popcorn for me. Thank you for subscribing to this week's episode, talking through Self-Reliance. Next week, we will be discussing our favorite and worst films of 2023.
We are? Oh, I guess I need to start those notes.
Like always, guys, I am Clyde Smith. You can find me across all socials. I am Clyde D. Smith.
I'm Javier Vilois. You can find me on all socials at Mr. J8200.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.